look at Skyblivion. As some of you may know, our goal is to release the project this year to the public as a free mod, which, if you didn't know, is going to be remaking Oblivion in the Skyrim engine. I am Rebel, project lead for Skyblivion, and I am joined tonight by our quest developer and mechanics lead, Scott.
Hi everyone, you probably heard me a second ago. I'm Scott, Fish Fiend. Really excited to be here and show you what we've been working on.
We actually got some pretty exciting stuff planned for you today. It's two very iconic quest lines that we have prepared. One that will take us to a very unique realm, but it's not an Oblivion realm. So maybe some of you can guess where we're about to go. But that's not all. On top of an exclusive early look at the game, we are also raising money for charity, for specifically the Make-A-Wish Foundation. People have often asked right? In my streams or just in general on the project if they can donate money. The answer is always politely no, but tonight you can donate to a good cause on our behalf. So if you do have some money to spare, we would really appreciate if you can help out this very great cause. But yeah, without further ado, let's take a look at our game.
Yeah, the HUD almost looks like they're borrowing elements from ESO. That's kind of good.
We're starting off in Cheydinhal, which was recently completed. It's one of the last major cities we have in the works. And we're going to be talking
YouTube stream
a certain
post quality is not that great
in this very pristine, picturesque looking city.
I've got another contract for you, meat. I assume you won't embarrass yourself.
Oh, I see they're not doing the zoom in either.
At the Water's Edge settlement. She needs
Do you think there'll be an option for that?
her ancestral tomb. Try not to muck it up. You'll find her at the Water's Edge settlement. It's marked on your map. Haul your carcass to that settlement, meat.
Alright. Quest started, and we have to go to a settlement to talk to a certain lady. We are part, as you can see in our new UI, we're already part
I like that.
The Fighters Guilds, but currently we have the rank of
and the stats. Okay, good. I was worried about that.
Let's see if at the end of this
let's look at this map, dude.
Progress and properly get a reputation within the Fighters Guilds, something better than swordsman. Scott,
that looks sleek.
A Q&A at the end of the stream as well, but perhaps in between locations we have time to answer some questions as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Want me to start off with the first question we got, which was how does... Oh.
Maybe let's talk to this lady first, and as soon as we step outside we can get into it. Otherwise we're going to be talking through her yapping.
No worries.
Hello. You must be from the Fighters Guild. I'm glad you're here. I need your help to repay a debt. I'm afraid so. My father had a bit of an issue with gambling. I'm afraid he built up a rather large debt. Now that he's gone, the debt is mine. Gone. Dragged from our house in the night. To pay the debt, I'd like to sell the sword and armor of my grandfather, or I might be next.
I like how they kept the music, and it's still classic, but you can tell it's a little bit better quality.
My father was quite a gambler, quite a bad gambler. They were buried with my grandfather in the family tomb. The sword and cuirass were enchanted and should cover my debt. Please get them for me.
Let's see where these sword and armor are first. We have the option to just pay off the debt straight away, but there's no fun in that.
Not far in my family's ancestral tomb. Here, I can mark it on your map. Please return them to me.
Yeah, I always want to go like on a journey. do the quest for her.
Alright, Scott, I'd say now is a good time. I'm just gonna pop a potion of water walking so we don't have to walk all the way over or around the map.
Sounds good.
Sky UI.
First question I see that I think I'll be able to answer fairly well is how does character progression work, and how do you
Classes.
balance progression systems that are meant to last throughout the course of the game?
Classes and levels.
I think, first of all, as you might have seen in our character menu briefly there, as Rebel had it open, we've got the Oblivion attributes returning. We've adjusted the way they progress slightly, rather than giving you points based on how you level up each skill per level. You just get a fixed number of points per level, similar to Fallout, really.
Oh, really?
And that helps alleviate a lot of the issues that Oblivion had with character progression.
Yeah, it looks like Blackmarsh kind of.
If you didn't
Sort of.
optimize your level up, you ended up with a character that was too weak for scaled enemies. For the most part, our leveling up system is comparable to Skyrim in the way that the enemies scale with you. We've got someone going through now, creating different...
And trust me, it'll look way better in game.
So
Because
you won't just be
post
going
YouTube
straight
live
from-
streams... Hold on, I'm going to say this bit. Post YouTube live streams look really bad, especially on computer, after the streams have gone live. But when people were watching him play it live, it probably looked really, really, really good. YouTube only allows 720p post live. It's really weird. Yeah, it's so strange. I don't know why they do that.
Draw minotaurs to land dregs, or in straight to ogres. There will actually be different levels of power for each species. So that helps kind of balance things out a bit.
We've made it to the tomb. We're slowly getting swarmed by skeletons though. Which, as you may note, interesting attention to detail is that we have beast skeletons. In Skyrim you only have the humanoid skeletons. We have, this is an orc, you might recognize him from the more squarish jaw. Earlier over there I think I killed an Argonian, it looked like an Argonian. This is a regular humanoid. There's dark elves as well. Here's our
Ooh, that
first
looks so
piece of
pretty.
The armor set. It's the shields.
That was really pretty.
The boots. Oh, that's not the boots. These are the boots. This should open.
That's one thing I liked about Oblivion. The armor sets look way better.
Oh, this is actually one of the Argonians. Very cool. We have a small issue which you may notice with the way these armored skeletons are set up. It's caused a bit of a bug in the armor stretching. It's something that we'll fix, but yeah. As you can imagine, there's still some work left to do, otherwise we would have released right here today. It's one of those things that we'll be working on right up until the release, hopefully later this year.
I would say probably October, November.
Lovely helmets, gauntlets.
I kind of would like to see him put on some of that stuff.
Take some of these. Why not? I think that was an Argonian. That was a bad hit on my part. Any other questions we could maybe answer? Because I think we're going to be fighting our way through this for a while yet.
Yeah, absolutely. I can progress through a couple more. A nice simple one to answer I see is, will Manamarco live up to his reputation a bit more? I think we've talked about this publicly before, but we're actually going through finding boss characters that existed in Oblivion and helping them live up to their reputation a bit more. Manamarco is probably going to be one of the biggest examples of that. Mankar
He needs a huge buff.
a significantly more involved boss fight. But we've also done it for NPCs like Azani Blackheart.
You know if they're changing the loot at all?
which we would see later in this quest line, just to give them...
Because I haven't really seen him pick anything up.
The reputation they have. One that might be a question for you, Kyle. Has Skyblivion run through many major snags in the development cycle? And if so, what do we do to overcome them?
Oh, that's a loaded question. Honestly, we've run into more issues than I could name in a single stream. I think one of the great things though is that we have a very versatile team, or at least we became pretty versatile and flexible over time. Yeah, any issue, no matter what, and we have.
Yeah, I don't recognize this, so it's definitely handmade.
But we've had our set of challenges over the years, and I think the great thing is that we have a group of,
loot the chest, loot the chest.
Developers, but I'd go even further and say friends. And I think when you have a group like that, you can overcome pretty much anything.
Oh, so you get like a full armor. Oh, it's the lady's armor.
I don't know what that was, but
I see.
Maybe I'm just hearing things.
Got another question here about sound effects and whether we'll be using Oblivion sound effects, Skyrim sound effects, or original ones. And the answer to that is that we'll be using a mix of all three. Where we can, we'll create new sound effects. We've got a really great sound designer on the project that you should be able to hear occasionally in this dungeon, the ambient noise. We also, where we can use Oblivion sounds because we can extract them from your Oblivion installation. And obviously there are certain places, like I believe the skeleton sounds are all Skyrim skeleton sounds.
Yeah, that's correct. And then there's small stuff like footsteps, which have been replaced and are a bit more specific for the type of ground you're walking on. And there's small little touches like that, which we're lucky to have someone working on. Also, John Oblivion, thank you very much for a $250 donation. That is very cool. Thank you very much.
I think John might like Oblivion a lot. That's a lot of money.
We have Lazy Gecko is the developer of the really popular Skyrim audio overhaul mod.
Yes,
so a lot of people that have played.
Look how it looks
Skyrim
even without an EMB.
are familiar with the quality of work he does. An uncharacteristically clear day in Blackwood.
Yeah, it is. Lucky break for us. We were talking.
The armor looks so pristine too, like just the reflection.
Made a good point on the team that we've kind of accidentally, but we keep showing off the Blackwood area for some of these more like planned quest demos. But luckily, we're going to be making our way back to the Niben and to Chayton Hall, and we'll see some forests.
Take everything in her house.
Have you had any luck finding the sword and armor? You found them. Fantastic! I can't tell you what this means to me.
I think what we'll do, these armor pieces and the sword, they look too good to just give away, so we'll just give her some money and keep the armor instead.
Oh, I thank you. This'll be enough to pay off my debtors. Please keep the sword and armor until I can pay you back. Thank you again. I'm so grateful.
Okay.
And I like how she's wearing Oblivion armor too.
11 a.m. Let's make our way all across the map
Shaden Hall.
I'll go to the Knights of the Thorn Lodge, just so you can see an early preview at the outside of Shaden Hall, which was also finished off recently. We'll wait a few hours because the city is not so lively at 7 or 12 a.m. in the morning.
That looks a little bit foggy. There you go.
For those who are familiar, this is the new Knights of the Thorn headquarters, which you'll get more familiar with for sure.
You think they'll have the horse armor? I doubt it.
You know, playtime. A big improvement over Oblivion is that all the major cities now properly use the land they have around the city. So for Shaden Hall, this means a lot of wheat fields and sheep that are being kept. There's also a lumber yard over in that way, which makes the whole area feel very unique and very distinct, which I'm a big fan of. I was lucky enough to be able to work on some of this myself, which was a lot of fun. And a very lovely scenic view inside the city of Shaden Hall. Very good.
I
Oh,
do
man.
love our level designer Dan's work.
Go see the Dark Brotherhood.
Shaden Hall. He did such a great job framing the chapel as you first walk into the city. I think it's such a big improvement on Oblivion's initial
Especially the
impression.
lighting.
Yeah, it's actually something that D-Keys came up with when he worked on it some time ago. I kept it when I worked on Shaden Hall, and I just pawned it off to him to finish off. The only thing that remains from my work, because I didn't really do much, is the Islands one right now. Alright, let's talk to our orc friend, who actually has a unique mace. I'm not sure if you can get that at some point, but...
finish out the contract with Vienna Amelia.
There you go.
Water's Edge. What's the status?
So, about the contract.
Paid her debt off yourself, did you? Not gonna get rich that way, meat. Still, the job's done. Here's your payment.
What about advancement, though?
You're due for advancement. I hereby name you Protector of the Fighters Guild.
Very nice.
I'm done talking to you.
With that, you can actually see in our new UI, which has been done by Heavy Burns and Fallen. They have done a fantastic job both on the design and just the technicality. All your stats are present, and also the factions you're a part of. And as you can see at the start of the stream, we were, what was it, Swordsman of the Fighters Guild. We're now Protector of the Fighters Guild. So you can very easily see how you are progressing within the world of Cyrodiil, which is very cool. And
That's
from a
cool.
technical standpoint, it is, yeah, it's quite amazing.
It's like
I never
Oblivion's, but it
imagined
looks so much more
something
clean.
this cool. But not what I wanted to do. I wanted to actually finally equip this.
Finally. I want to see what that stuff
set.
looks
For
like.
those who were interested, we were wearing some unique pieces of clothing, or armor, I should say.
It's nice to see the
A
strike
big
stats like
thing
on
in
gear.
Skyblivion, we have.
Oh, I like that.
We have
That's more
tried really
MMO
hard
like.
to make sure that unique items are actually unique. You may recognize this one. It's the armor set you get when you've finished closing your first gate. It's a unique Kvatch armor, which is slightly burned and tattered, that you get.
Oh,
From
that's
the,
a nice little
guard.
addition.
And a beautiful sword. This is.
Oh god, that's so cool.
Probably my favorite armor set in the game. And it's going to come in handy because where we're going, we can use all the help we can get.
Yeah, the hair looks nice too.
Luckily, it's not far. We have an another address to visit right here in Cheydinhal. And still, we're going to be traveling someplace completely different. Maybe that's enough of a hint for some of you to realize exactly where we're going.
I'm also just now looking at the time. We might have to get through this next quest pretty quickly if we want to make the next stream for C3.
I'll rush it. I'll rush it. No worries. I can't find the lady. Where is she? She's always been here. No, oh my god. Oh no, I'm sorry. I walked past her. She was on my right. Oh my god. We practice this, people.
You can never find her in Oblivion either.
I'm sorry to be so forward, but I desperately need your help. It seems that my husband, Reith, has gone missing.
I'm gonna just pick the quick
don't know what to do.
quick dialogue options.
Yes, my husband is the Reith Lathandis. Have you heard of him?
No time, literally.
Oh,
I don't have
yes,
time.
of course.
We're out of time.
I shouldn't be telling stories when he could be in danger. Yes, Reith likes to work in his studio with the door locked, so no one can disturb him. He usually comes out to eat dinner and sleep. But 2 days ago, he didn't come out at all. At first, I wasn't worried. He does that occasionally. But when he didn't come out for a full day, I unlocked the studio with a key he said to use only in emergencies. It turned out he wasn't inside. I'm sure he never left that room, so I have no idea where he's gone. Please help me find Reith. I love him dearly, and I'm so worried.
I'll find Reith.
Oh, thank you so very much. Here's the key to Reith's studio. You may come and go as you please. If you need me, I'll be around the house.
Here's the studio.
I remember this
No
quest.
signs of struggle.
I know where he is. Yeah, I
There's
remember
a
doing this.
peculiar painting with what looks like the shadow of a man. Let's see. More paint. And a man. The shadow from the painting.
Where did you come from? You look real enough. You must be from the outside. Oh, thank goodness someone finally came. While I'm overjoyed to see a friendly face, I'm afraid I have some bad news for you. You're stuck here like I am. Sorry to break it to you like that, but if it wasn't for that annoying thief, we wouldn't be in this predicament. I was in my studio when a Bosmer wearing dark clothing accosted me. Before I could call for help, he knocked me unconscious. When I came to, I found that the door to my studio was still locked and that the thief had snatched my paintbrush. That's when I saw it. There was something on the canvas of my painting that I hadn't put there. It looked somewhat like a troll, but it was badly done. Then it hit me. The Bosmer must have leapt into the painting, then painted guardians inside to protect himself using the brush of true paint. I knew the secret of my success would be revealed one day. I can tell you all about the brush if you like.
No thanks, we don't have
Our
time.
only hope is to defeat the painted trolls. The trolls that the thief painted seem to have turned on their creator and killed him. He didn't know the brush had its risks. The creatures are now loose all over the forest, and in the clearing where I was still working. The brush is on the body of the Bosmer thief there. I will not be able to help you. I am not a warrior. But take these bottles of turpentine. They might help. Do be careful.
I like how they changed the font too. It's very
we're just gonna
clear.
follow the splotches of paint because we're on a bit of a tight schedule. For those who haven't realized, we just got transported into a painting, which is why everything looks so strange. It looks real, yet something's off. The bark looks too murky. The water looks oily. The ground looks painty. But across our path, there's one common denominator. There's splotches of paint everywhere. Around this troll as well. I did get some, what's it called? Turpentine, which I should use to get through these trolls quicker.
I was thinking maybe next stream he'll try out the bow or even magic. I would have liked to see some magic presentation too.
Yeah, sorry, Ellie. We did practice the run, and it was a half hour every single time, so I'm not sure what I did. Let's try not to die, because that'll only...
Trolls do hurt, trust me. Man, they hit so hard.
As we're speeding through this last bit, I'm just going to paste the link to the charity campaign in the chat for both YouTube and... Well, I don't think it'll be seen in YouTube. That chat's going very quickly.
it's linked on the YouTube stream as well.
Uh-oh, he's going to die. Yeah, same favorites menu.
So if you
Yeah,
want to follow that link, and if you want to,
that's good. It's way better than Oblivion's.
Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Oblivion's was kind of a mess.
It'd be greatly appreciated.
I know that because I just played it this morning.
Good with the money that people want to give to this project.
I like how there's more uniques and like everything just looks better and actual stats on gear. You know, because before it was just armor, right? You know, I wonder if they are going to do the Shivering Isles at one point in time. Like maybe next year or the year after, but...
Yeah, I'm saving up the turpentine. I'm being a smart cookie, okay? Because I know there's gonna be more trolls. And at least these ones I can take down one by one. I happen to have worked on this level, so I know for there's it's a bit cheating, but I know there's more trolls the further we go in.
I think when I did this, I like one-shot the trolls with my bow.
I love the texture on this valley, the unfinished canvas.
Yeah, it's very cool.
It's such a nice touch.
This is what I meant. I also keep forgetting I have a shield.
Are those new sounds for the swinging when he... from the voice? Now what I want to know is, can you level up on the spot or do you have to go to bed? Oh, rip him. Take his armor. Oh, let's see what it looks like. Aw. Looks cool though.
Why is there 2,000 gold in that knapsack?
Was it 2,000?
That's okay. That's an Oblivion thing.
Yeah. I'll have to have a look at the level lists. That's not quite right.
Perfectly balanced. Spiffing Brit would really enjoy this playthrough, I think.
Good work. Now I can paint the portal home. After it's complete, you must go first, or else you'd be stuck in here forever. Follow me.
I can't get over how good the armor looks. Like it's so refractive.
Here we go.
Tivella.
Right. Oh, my love. You're home safe. I was so afraid.
If it wasn't for my friend here, you'd be right.
Come. You must need food and rest.
I will rest, but I must take care of our guest first. I don't know how to thank you. You have a good heart to help me get back home. I'll never forget what you've done for me. Here, please take this apron as a token of our friendship. It's not much, but perhaps it will help you in the future. All I ask in return is to keep the brush's existence safe.
Apron of adroitness.
Gets around that I have it. I'm afraid more than a lone cut purse will visit me.
Man, that music just hits me so hard. Oh.
To maybe not completely rush the end of the stream, let's take a few minutes. We can still raid Eleonora. That should be fine. What do you think?
Yeah, sounds like a plan to me. Looks like they have just gone live with Rob and Chris over on Ellie's channel, but we can probably sneak a question or two in.
It's a painting apron.
Like.
That sounds about right.
Real quickly, the quest reward is a unique apron, which, well, I would not trade it in for the fantastic armor we collected today. On its own, it is
It's got agility.
quite a cool little item for our collection. One in the books in terms of unique items in Skyblivion.
There is one other thing I would maybe suggest showing off is in the character menu, the details panel. There is the really neat attention to detail there that our UI designers have done, where it shows your class and your birth sign.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
Just when you're in that UI, and also you can view the details of your class and birth sign and the effects.
Yeah.
He's got 2 infamy.
As for questions, let me find another one. Are there any plans for a Radiant quest system similar to Skyrim's? Not likely to happen.
Yeah, no.
Release, but
Just remake a character when you're done.
All of our dungeons are set up in a way that they are compatible with the Radiant quest system. The same with all of our houses and cities. So even if we don't include that on launch, the possibility of a missives or a quest mod like that uses the Radiant system is all there. Another question.
The lighting is so pretty.
Will the Spelltomes DLC be included and other DLC? Spelltomes will be, but that's only because that's how Skyrim uses the magic system, so you will buy Spelltomes in Skyblivion rather than buying the spells directly from the vendors.
Oh, good.
But the other minor DLC will be all post-release work done by the dev team.
Oh, that's good to hear. I was wondering about that. Shivering Isles is my favorite.
And a happy, feely one to end with, I think, maybe. What was the most satisfying part of the process for you, Kyle? Like, what's the thing that has made you feel the best in the project, in your opinion?
It's probably not the answer people want to hear, but the things I always expected that we would be collaborating towards an Oblivion remake. Like, that's no surprise. The thing that really surprised me, that made me like incredibly happy long term, is the actual friendships we made. Like, you're from Australia, I'm from the Netherlands. We are literal worlds apart, but I've met you 5 times in real life. You've stayed at my place. We've we've gone on holidays together. We're gonna be going on a little holiday later this year. So it's not necessarily something directly tied to the development of the mods. Like, being in the state we are in right now has obviously made me incredibly proud of anyone who has contributed in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't matter if people made, you know, one set of cutlery, you know, like cups and plates and stuff, or if they made the armor set I'm wearing now. Very proud of everyone involved, but yeah, I never imagined that some of the people I'm working with now would end up being such good friends, and that yeah, that's worth a lot more than anything else we've done on the project, unfortunately.
There's another question here specifically asking about seeing the weapon and armor testing hall. I'm guessing someone that played Oblivion on PC back in the day and has fond memories of eating into the testing hall.
Oh, the testing hall. Well, I don't want to spoil that, but I would say, yeah, give it a look when you get your hands on Skyblivion. It's quite a treat, the new testing hall. All right, if that's it for our questions today, we might just have to.
Is that water animated or does it look static?
For those watching on YouTube, this stream will be uploaded later today as well, so you can still donate. It looks like we have managed to raise $1,180, which is absolutely amazing. Thank you all very much for your donations. Top donation, John Oblivion, beating mine. Unfortunately, I hope to be on top the entire night. Damn it. Maybe someone can top John Oblivion for me to make up for it. Who knows? But I really appreciate everyone tuning in. We get questions all the time from people on how they can support the project and how they can donate, and the answer is always you can't, but now, you know, you can. So if you do have some money to spare, what better place than make a wish for all the good they do in the world. Anything you want to say before we sign off, Scott?
Just a general, thank you to the community for always being so great and supporting. I mean, in half the length of the stream we did last year, we raised, I think, more than half the money we did. So that alone is incredible, and it's always appreciated to see how excited people are. And also, I'm going to say, I see every second message in chat is when is release. We'll tell you as soon as we know. It's
yeah, I'd say like November, just to be sure.
Release date, but we are confident we can get it out this year. It is coming along so incredibly.
Yeah, it really is.
And beyond that, no, just thank you everyone for watching.
Yeah, that goes double for me. Thank you everyone. Thank you to the community and Bethesda as well for all the support over the years. I really hope sometime this year you'll get your hands on the mod and you'll share, your favorite moments and what you think. And yeah.
Has Bethesda actually given them
See you in the next one. Thank you.
Support? That's interesting. So what do you guys think? It looks really good. Very impressed. I love the armor models the most. That's the first thing I look at though in a game is how do the characters look? How do they move? How does the armor look? How does the UI look? Like it's front end for me. And just the weather system too. Didn't see a lot of it, but it was looking pretty pristine, The lighting just jumps out to me though the most. I can see myself getting lost in this a lot. At the end of the year. Like, just looking at it now, it doesn't even seem like you need any MB or any sort of graphic mod. Like, I'm sure like armor mods, body mods will come in. Yeah, I can guarantee you they're going to have, like, they'll probably port the body mods from Skyrim over there.